How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious videos that are leaving viewers perplexed. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. When TikTok user that really exists spotted something mysterious on their outside security camera, they immediately posted the footage to social media to get some answers. Plenty of viewers offered their theories, but not all of them were reassuring. In the clip, we can see a darkened view of an outside area. Watch what happens. As you can see, a series of small, bright lights appear to fly across the screen in vertical unison. Suggestions as to what these weird objects could have been were varied. A few thought the formation resembled the shape of a caterpillar. Others suggested it could be a spider's web or just bugs flying about. This comes as no surprise, as many of the strange shapes that security cameras capture often turn out to be little more than insects crawling across the lens. Some wondered if the mysterious glowing shapes might have simply been a person dressed in reflective clothing running past the house. Naturally, paranormal fans had their own ideas. They suggested the anomaly might be a ghost or spirit hovering in front of the camera. But what do you think this mysterious object could be? Does it really have a supernatural origin, or is there another way to explain the strange light formation? Love to hear your theories down below. And just a reminder, if you've got your own scary photos or videos you'd like to submit to us, head to our brand new Slapped Ham subreddit. There's a link in the description box below. You can also email us at the address that's seen on screen there, submissions@hammedia.net. For those of you who are squeamish, make sure you watch this next video on an empty stomach. The footage has already grossed out thousands of viewers, many of whom have attempted to offer a plausible explanation for what appears in the video. The clip, which was uploaded to TikTok by Official Scary Clip, seems to show a truly bizarre looking creature crawling slowly across the floor. On first view, the creature appears to be a slimy black mass that slowly inches its way forward in a similar motion to a snail. Several viewers believed that the creature was not a creature at all, but rather a writhing mass of many creatures, worms to be exact. Others joked that it resembled the Marvel character Venom in its amorphous liquid-like form. Take another look and tell me what you think it could be. Is it one single creature or a mass of writhing worms? No matter what it is, the person who captured the footage should definitely give the floor a good wipe, and then thoroughly search their home to make sure there's no more of these mysterious little things slithering about. Most would agree that sweeping the floor can be rather boring. However, in this video, uploaded to TikTok by Mysterious Videos 7, this simple task seems to have turned into a horrible nightmare for one particular woman. The footage, which appears to have been captured on an internal security camera, seems completely normal at first. But watch what unfolds. As you can see, a transparent ghostly figure seems to glide past the woman. To some, the mysterious figure might be hard to see at first. However, when the clip is played back at a slower speed, its presence becomes strikingly obvious. Several viewers suggested that it could just be some sort of flashing light, but this seems unlikely based on the woman's obvious reaction. As with many creepy TikTok videos, there's very little accompanying context or information. This often leads skeptics to conclude that it must be a fake. For now, it seems impossible to prove either way, leaving this video in the realm of the unknown, at least for the time being. Dark enclosed tunnels can be pretty creepy places at the best of times. They can be cold and wet and quite often breeding grounds for some rather unsavory creatures. In this video uploaded to TikTok by deburk321, we see a person dressed in high visibility clothing, inspecting what appears to be an old disused railway tunnel or mine shaft. As they make their way further along the tracks, an unknown creature suddenly emerges from a hole in the foreground. The video's narrator notes that the beast resembles a very large rat, though it seems to move more like a snake.
We see a creature appear out of the ground. It appears to be a large rat based on its face, but it seems to move more like a snake than anything else, and it also doesn't have the same tail as a rat.
Several viewers agree with the idea that this was indeed a rat, as rats can grow to be very large, especially in places like New York City. Others discuss the possibility that the creature was actually a possum or maybe even a raccoon. While the apparent large size of the creature could be somewhat of an illusion due to the camera's position, there still seems to be something strange about the way it moves. Take another look at the footage and let us know what you think it is in the comment section down below. Usually, one of the main things that makes a video mysterious is that there's little to no background information available to validate what it shows. Sometimes, however, footage will surface that is equally strange, yet after a little research, one is able to shed some light on the apparent mystery. This is exactly what happened to YouTuber Wonderworld when they came across this bizarre footage.
Cars are travelling along a 7-lane motorway in one direction when all of a sudden a freight train pulls out in front of them with no warning.
As the train moves across the road, it seems as though it's been edited into the video, as there's no apparent train tracks or even gates stopping the oncoming traffic from careening into the locomotive. Despite this, the cars seem to be reacting as though something is indeed blocking their path. In an attempt to get to the bottom of the mysterious footage, the YouTuber spent days researching it. He managed to come across another clip that showed a similar freight train crossing a similar motorway, though this time very small tracks were visible on the road.
When the train crosses the motorway, as if you were there. Now you can clearly see in the footage there are actually railway lines, but they are very well concealed into the road, and that is why you could not see them in the original blurry footage. So it is clearly the same area and train, but not the exact same location.
The area where this footage was captured has since been redeveloped, and the train is no longer there.
40 metres up the road, but as I said, the tracks have since been removed.
Next, the YouTuber used Google Earth to see if he could track down where the original video was filmed. He soon discovered that the location matched an area in Azerbaijan that was situated near a dock alongside a large silo.
Docks. And there seems to be a silo at the train station there. The train leaves the docks and passes through Port Baku Park and over the 7-lane motorway with no warnings or boom gates.
The YouTuber was then able to acquire a different video of the area. This footage revealed that there were in fact tracks present on the road that was simply not visible in the first video. So it would appear the original clip is genuine, but the crazy thing is, it appears to be the responsibility of the motorists to keep an eye out for the train speeding by.
Cars are travelling along a 7-lane motorway in one direction when all of a sudden a freight train pulls out in front of them with no warning.
For UK psychic and TikTok user Psychic Sally, her live stream quickly turned from entertaining to terrifying with the surprise appearance of a strange figure. In the video, we see the TikToker speaking to a client for a few seconds before leaning back in her chair. Watch what happens next.
And this applies to you, darling Sally Ann. Oh! Did you see that? Oh my god! That was so good.
As you can see, a strange shape seems to pass the camera. The TikToker exclaims in surprise and asks her viewers if they too saw the anomaly.
Oh! Did you see that? Oh my god! Oh my god!
If you slow the footage down, you can see that the shape seems to rise up from behind the sofa and disappear to the right of screen. While many viewers tried to shrug off the so-called spirit as either smoke or a reflection of a nearby light, the uploader was adamant that it was actually the ghostly face of a man. So what do you think's been captured in this video? Can you see a face, or is the mysterious shape's appearance just a well-timed coincidence?
And this applies to you, darling Sally Ann. Oh! Did you see that? Oh my god!
Before we take a look at some eerie CCTV footage, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Please, I know you can hear me. I'm in the basement. Send help. For some reason, home security cameras seem to catch many ghostly figures on tape. Are they real, or is there some sort of inherent glitch in these devices that's causing regular people to appear transparent, and in some cases disappear from view altogether? In this clip, uploaded to TikTok by the Bunnyman Zero, we once again see a strange figure that resembles a ghost. It emerges from the darkness and moves quickly towards the right of screen. As it does, it becomes ever more translucent, until eventually fading from view completely. Some people believe it looks as though it's a young girl wearing a long white dress or gown. However, if it is indeed a child, it seems to be moving unnaturally fast. Even if this footage is ultimately proven to not show a ghost, it still raises the question of what a young girl might be doing running through the neighborhood in the middle of the night. Could she be trying to get away from something or someone? Unfortunately, until more information comes to hand, we may never learn the truth behind this mysterious video. Now, if you want to see some more creepy videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist right there that'll freak you out well into the evening, we promise. Remember to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up button, or leave us a comment down below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.